So, have you ever heard of Meeple Madness?
Meeple?
Yeah.
Give me more.
I don't know if I asked you this last time. Forgive me, because it was a 4.5 hour interview, so it was so much that we covered. But I'm pretty sure,
long, bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't ask you this, but it's a guy that supposedly kidnapped Joe.
Oh, I never heard of that. I'll be honest, I never heard of that.
But did you see his picture though?
I seen the picture. Dude looks super familiar, but I never heard of a kidnapping of Joe or anything like. And I'll be honest with you, and I think I told you this before, that if that would have happened for real, and I'm not saying that whoever said it is lying. Maybe I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Right.
But if that was real, we would have been the first ones to know about that shit. Because Joe would have came to the block and got all the armor and got us. We're the armor.
Right.
We're the armory. We're the army. He would have came and got the fucking militants. And we didn't know the militants were not called to duty that day.
Got you.
So I don't know about that. I don't know how true that is. And if somebody kidnapped me and I get away from that shit, I'm gonna kill his whole fucking entire family.
Right. So you also had a problem with some of the stuff that Cuban said in the interviews after, right? Cuban felt like you were being more like politically correct, or in your old age trying to be more mature and not trying to go
that motherfucker, yo,
go all the way and call Joe out.
That the problem is not that I had a problem with it. It was more that I think he's misunderstanding what's being said. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's missing, and he's fucking retarded, nigga. He was just in my living room and we was fucking like going at it for fucking like 2 hours. Even my wife was in the middle of that shit for no reason.
Wait, you guys were going at it? Like what?
Just going at it, nigga, like, fucking Joe, this and that. All this shit. We was in my living room just going at it, but it was, on the brotherly shit. Not on no fucking, not like that, but we was going at, because that's what we do. We laugh at each other, and then we accuse each other of shit. But I just think that that he just took it in the wrong context. Everything that I'm saying, what I'm saying about Joe, about him being, he was a real nigga, he was a real dude. I'm saying it in the sense of him in the streets, when we was running in the streets, even before Cuban, that he would stand up for himself. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll fight motherfuckers and all that. Gun wise, no, he's never did that. Pistol whip, no, he's never done that. Never. But as in him running away from a fight or turning down a fight or anything like that, nah, didn't see that. Never seen that. Because we was there when we was on the battles and fights and all that shit, the fighting the blocks and all of that. And when he was there, because I would say 90% of the times when we were at wars with all these blocks and these street teams and all these, like, old street gangs, the power rules and the mini mobs and all of this and all of these people around there, everybody used to fight each other and, whatever. We used to run up on blocks and all that. Joe wasn't there. Joe wasn't involved in it. He'll hear it afterwards. He'll hear about it afterwards. Like, oh shit, yo, y'all fucking ran up and things like that. Yeah. But he wasn't with us when we was on some real, when we was on that real fucking, on that flip shit. He wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? With us like that. We were there when he would call us to his problems. You understand what I'm saying?
Wait, so you guys never called him to join you guys to do that?
Never, because he wasn't around like that. Joe wasn't around like that.
What do you mean by that?
He wasn't around when we was in the block. Joe used to come and go in the block. We'll be in the block like 100 deep. It would be us. Let me tell you something. The guy was the guy. He keeps saying he's the guy, right? Terror Squad. He's the guy. He wasn't the guy. The guy was us. We were Terror Squad.
Right.
Was us. And the guy we looked up to at the time was Little Heck. That's who we had as the head of our unit. You feel what I'm saying? Where, like, when you go to the block or anything like that, you talk about Terror Squad, first thing to pop up is Little Heck. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was the head of our fucking unit. Joe was not the head of our unit. I don't know why he keeps saying that. He wasn't. He was part of the Terror Squad. He was part of our block squad. He was one of the originators, because he's actually lives in Forest Projects. I didn't live in Forest Projects. I lived 1-2 blocks away from Forest. but I was in Forest 24/7. You feel what I'm saying? I slept on benches with niggas, like my whole crew, falling out, passing out, waking up in the morning. Oh shit. Breaking the 40 on the floor when we get up, type shit. You know what I mean? But I'm just being 100, man. He wasn't there when we would be like mobbing and shit like that, or flipping, or we was going to a party and shit to flip on people. No, dude, he was never there. We'll be in the block mad deep, just us, the crew drinking, whoever's smoking, chilling, whoever's hustling, bang, bang, and then he'll pop up, Joe, hey, he'll pop up to the block. What's up, niggas? And give everybody pounds or whatever. If he was going to the club, he had something going on in the club, then he'll show up in the block, yo, let's go. And it was because he wanted us to protect him. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't me. He wasn't.
But Joe was hustling back in the day, right?
He was hustling. Yeah, he was hustling.
Okay.
He was doing his thing, but on this bichote shit that he's talking about, big time drug dealer thing, I didn't see that. He had the, the little cars and stuff like that, and the MPVs. He didn't have the fucking 500 SLs, the big fucking Beamers and the Benzes that the real bichote that niggas was rocking. You feel what I'm saying? He had a little MPV.
What you think about what Cameron said recently?
What?
Did you see that? Where he was saying that like Joe was that dude back in the day. He had money before rap and everything.
Because it was true. He did have money. He had money to buy the bombers and all of this shit. Fat Joe wasn't all Jewed out. No, he wasn't. He was Jewed out after the fact when he started doing the music thing and all of that. And then little by little, the Jews will come out or whatever and stuff like that. But it wasn't like that. It wasn't like Joe had paper. Yeah. The dude had paper. He was doing his things and that. The real dude, the real hustler, the real big dude was his brother, the money man. That's who it was. The money man was the one that was the one that was the fucking semi bichote that dude. You know what I mean? It wasn't Joe. It wasn't him. That's what and Tony and Tone Montana. Now that niggas, yeah. Tone had the fucking paper. But Tone was a shooter too. Tone, that's the difference. Tone was the gun toter, the shooter. Tone was like lived what we knew him for. He was a real.
See, because we got on this topic last time because of the whole thing about what Charlie said, right? Charlie Rock LD, he said that Joe never put in work, and I was saying that people consider that put in work to be different things. It depends on your definition of what that means to you, right? Somebody like Charlie that went to prison.
When Charlie's saying, God bless the dead, when he's saying put in work, he's talking about gunplay. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
That's what Charlie Rock is talking about. He's talking about running up on block, because that's what Charlie Rock did too. Charlie Rock used to run up on niggas, come out of a cab, and just straight up pistol whip the fuck out of you and get back in the cab and leave. You know what I'm saying? So that's the shit that Charlie Rock, that's putting in work that he's talking about. When I talk about put in work, I talk about him with the hands. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Fighting with the hands, and I seen him fight niggas and shit like that. But it was always with us. You know what I'm saying? With us going deep with him and stuff like that. Now, when he was rocking with Tone, it was different, because Tone was that nigga that'll get out the Jeep and fucking break your whole fucking face open with the guns. You know what I'm saying? And he was the one that would like embarrass you in front of your family type shit and start shooting on the ground and watch you dance type shit. Real talk, and do shit like that. Stuff like that. And he did shit like that. He did something like that to a very close person to our unit, our team. I'm not gonna say who it was, but my crew knows who it was. And I'm saying it not out of respect to Tone or nothing like that. I'm saying it out of respect to my other guy that he's not here no longer either. But he did that to one of my guys and did that shooting at the floor and shit and making them dance and all that shit, on some real shit, which was really fucked up when he did that. A lot of people in the block. That's when things turned around for Tone 2 in the block. When people started turn their backs on him type shit. You know what I mean? Losing a lot of respect for that. But when he did that, but when it came when he was rocking with Tone, I know for a fact that that's where all this gangster shit came from and the real shit. And it wasn't I know it wasn't that he was doing it. It was Tone.
Got you.
It was Tone that was doing that shit, because Tone was that guy. Tone was the nigga. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the other way around.